Hello viewers at home, welcome to Helizchem. Today we are going to talk on types of reactions under exothermic and endothermic reactions. First, let's look at exothermic reaction. What is an exothermic reaction? Exothermic reaction is a type of reaction in which heat is given out to the surroundings. And again, in exothermic reaction, heat content of the reactant is always greater than the heat content of the product. That is, HR is greater than HP. Then another thing that we should note in exothermic reaction is that the enthalpy change, which is delta H, is always negative. The enthalpy change is the difference between the heat content of products and that of reactants. If you look at the board, you will see the energy profile diagram for an exothermic reaction. This is a typical energy profile diagram where you have the heat of reactants being greater than that of products, and that is why you are having the shape of the curve to be like this. We can see that heat of reactants is actually greater than heat of products. This is HR and this is HP. So the difference between these now is what we call delta H. And when you take it from the bottom of the reactants to the apex here, then we have what we call activation energy. And activation energy is the minimum energy that must be possessed by the reactant before a reaction can take place. Here at the apex, we have the activated complex, otherwise known as the energy barrier. This is the energy barrier that the reactant must overcome before forming the product. As you can see here, all the key that decodes all the symbol used, R is the reactant, P is the product, HR is the heat content of reactant, HP heat content of products, AC activated complex, AE activation energy, and the last one is delta H, which is enthalpy change. The three key points that you must know concerning exothermic reaction are these. 1. Heat is given out to the surrounding. 2. HR is greater than HP. And 3. Delta H is always negative. Before I move to the next topic, which is endothermic reaction, don't forget to follow me at Helizchem, share and like. Endothermic. Endothermic reaction is a type of reaction in which heat is absorbed from the surrounding. You can see that it is opposite of exothermic. And secondly, the heat content of products is greater than that of reactants. While the third one is that enthalpy change, which is delta H, is always positive. So I hope you can see the differences. If at all, if you come across any question that asks you to differentiate between endothermic and exothermic reactions, I think you can have good 3 points here to differentiate the two. Going further, let us look at the shape of an endothermic reaction. In endothermic reaction, just like I said, the HR is lower to HP. That is, HP is always greater than the HR because it is being absorbed from the surrounding. And that is why the shape of an endothermic reaction is always like this. This is the reactant. This is the product. From the bottom of the reactant to the apex, we have the activation energy. Then the energy barrier, which is the activated complex, and the difference between the heat of product and reactant is the delta H. Going forward, we want to look at some examples of exothermic and endothermic reaction. When you look at this board, few examples of exothermic are written on the board. 1. Slaking of lime, that is addition of calcium hydroxide in water to produce a quick lime. Neutralization reaction is also a typical example. Combustion reaction is also an example. Addition of concentrated acids in water and dissolution of sodium hydroxide in water. In all these examples, how will you know that they are exothermic in nature? You can get that, for instance, when you add your concentrated acid in water and you fill the container, you will feel that the container is warm, and that is showing that the reaction is exothermic because heat is already given out to the surrounding. The same thing happens to addition of caustic soda. If you add caustic soda in water and you fill the side of the container, it will give you a very hot feel. You will feel that it is very hot, and that shows that the reaction is exothermic. In endothermic reaction, we have evaporation of methylated spirits. For instance, when you pour methylated spirits on your skin, how do you feel? You feel that you are feeling a kind of cold sensation. This is telling you that it is being absorbed from the surrounding, and that is an example of endothermic. We equally have thermal dissociation of ammonium chloride and dissolution of ammonium chloride in water. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys in my next video, where I'll be bringing another interesting topic to you. But don't forget to follow, share, and like.